Heavy German stuff. Never again, as in no further sorries, to quote Emily Discher-Becker. As ICC warns against intimidating its members, EU bullies ICJ witness. Ghassan is the rector of Glasgow Uni. Ghassan is a witness on record to war crimes and had his phone taken by French airport authorities, unable to speak to his lawyers until they arrived. Ghassan was denied entry to France because of an EU ban by Germany. I was supposed, he says, to speak in the French parliament. They are preventing me from entering France. They say the Germans put a 1-year ban on my entry to Europe. In an act of utter vindictiveness, the French authorities are denying me access to an earlier flight and insisting on sending me on the last flight back late night to London, he wrote. Ghassan Abu Sitta is a Brit and a Palestinian. He is a board member of INARA, helps with life-altering services for children impacted by war. Germany in April officially silenced Ghassan. He is an ICJ witness. No less. They did it. A pattern of silencing. A German lawyer was silenced after suing Germany arming Israel. By banning without grounds the Palestinian Congress, the German state helplessly tried to silence a Congress's lawyer who increasingly successfully is suing Germany over arming mass killing in Gaza. There are German leaders who want the good of others only in the image of their own. We witness German elites in power who need the past to be solved, who need the Nazi past to be solved in their image. Freezing memory culture in this way blocks our moral compass in Germany, but the population is not all for the blind spots. Reason of state is the name for enforcing the blind spots for an illegal policy of unconditional support for Israel, no matter what. This is heavy German stuff. Israel has to be a happy ending, as if this will undo the Nazi crimes. Never again, as in no further sorries. Anything else shakes Germany's self-image. Germans say Israel, but often mean themselves. The moral narrative is more about self-image. The moral memory culture narrative that demands silence about the present is about self-image. Total victory hides political defeat. Following Israel all the way into a tragic dead end despite total war victory, rhetoric has narrowed German policy options immensely. It is a straitjacket and German politicians seem unable to get out of it. Needing the past to be solved harms all. For a while in Berlin last month, Hebrew was banned by police at the encampment against arms exports at Parliament. Banning Hebrew and Jewish life to protect Jewish life? It is hard to make sense of it, especially when we need to protect Jewish life for real from a right strengthened by the government's anti-democratic rhetoric. The Hebrew ban was then not fully executed, possibly because of an international outcry over the ban of many languages in Berlin. Instead, the camp was fully banned. Framing Palestinians as undemocratic, some German leaders destroy freedom, thinking themselves defenders of freedom. We harm freedom when we need all people to be the same rather than equal. We grow paranoid thanks to the privileged position of getting used to getting away with things. We repress violently that someone says facts about our arming of mass killing. So far, leaders are able to stop almost any public judgments against genocide and nihilism. Many people pretend they don't know, even though the images of mass killing haunt them too. Every genocide was about defeating fanatics. Our ability to stop dissent increases the paranoia we are in. Paranoia is directly extending into the violence of police hitting peaceful protesters' kidneys with hard tactical gloves. This happens in front of the world watching. Chancellor Scholz chances cancelling at his door, the camp right at his door, is being cancelled, evicting the peaceful camp against genocide denialism at the Chancellery violently will no longer make the protesters look like the criminals. Again and again, one thing is true. This is how the government is falling over its own contradictions, forced to express its own contradictions, no longer able to just silence us without breaking its own silence as a government. Zionism experiences a downfall as an ethno-state project, or at least a downfall in the world's esteem. No matter how Germany misperceives Zionism's downfall, the path towards downfall has sadly put the safety of Israelis at risk and the safety prospects for the region. Rachel Shapiro summed up, those who stand to lose from the Zionist project's downfall are becoming more aggressive, including the banning of Palestine Congress. A large majority in Germany, I would add, is in favor of putting more pressure on the Israeli government.